Well, that's 3 hours gardening work done, and I'm going to go and visit the dressing room, get changed, have a shave, get my hair washed, wash all the sweat and grass off me, and then we'll do a little garden video.
Welcome and welcome again to the garden. Today we're going to have a look round all the new developments, little installations, how things are growing and how the garden's generally going. From the new English bench that we found on the rubbish dump, to the wonderful flower arrangements and the new wheelbarrow installation. All the little jobs I've done, grass cut, terrace made, new bench, Venus looking cool, the wheelbarrow. So what shall we look at first? Let's go and look at the wheelbarrow, because that is quite a little success, I find. I put it out to pasture because the handle's broken and filled it up with some dirt. Now we've got lovely courgettes growing, marigolds, chrysanthemums and basil, all growing harmoniously together in the wheelbarrow. And it's especially good because the slugs don't seem to come up there, while the rest of the garden are under attack from the slugs. This little corner, this little sanctuary of vegetables and flowers lives to show its beauty, and I think this will really make the wheelbarrow happy. A veritable cornucopia of life from the wheelbarrow, the exotic yellow courgettes, which taste surprisingly good. All around the summer sounds of chainsaws, garden mowers, engines firing up to keep nature in its place. And our little Venus shows perhaps a little jealousy on the wheelbarrow, because that's getting more attention than her now. There are little red trumpets. Yes, the garden is wonderful. And our little offering to the goddess. Here's another little installation. I call it bouquet discount. And this is a mix of flowers from the Aldi supermarket. And you buy them in little tins for €1. And I put the whole goddamn tin inside. And this little basket of hair, it's made from this tree over here, this plum tree. And I pruned it in winter and weaved myself a little basket and put in some earth and just threw in all the flowers, and you know, all the you can see these wonderful calendars, wild flowers, various unknown flowers from Aldi, and I think it's a real success. I'm very proud of it. It's been an incredible success for berries this year. We have the Johannes berries here. Exquisite sourness. Berries of all kinds, berries, cherries, June berries. All trees are laden to the ground. We've had such a hot May, lots of rain, and couldn't ask for more really. But I do think the piece de resistance is this English teak bench, found yesterday on the rubbish by my dear wife. And there's not only one, there's two and a chair. And I did a little bit of internet research, and these things cost about, for two benches and a chair, it costs about £2,000. And it's from a very renowned company in England, and needs a little work. There is a bar missing, which we will soon fix, no problem. Yes, and the chair apparently is in quite a state, but I will take the wood from the old chair and use that to repair this bench. And I find it also the kind of synchronicity that a bench that was living in Germany for years and years and years, it was found outside an old people's home. And this bench probably had old people sitting in it who were busy in the war, perhaps fighting against my grandparents. But we don't think about that anymore. No, we don't. And regarding the synchronicity of the bench, I was thinking, eventually it found its way back into an English garden in Germany. And it will spend its last days here with me, supporting me, and, well, I don't know. Sometimes you get strange thoughts in the garden when the sun's very bright. Yes, it's a wonderful piece of garden furniture, and I'm very, very, very proud to own it. I think I like it even more that it's been found on the rubbish and not paid for. And I always think that it's like a sign from the universe telling you something when little strange things like that happen. Almost like little glimpses of behind the curtain. So you can see that something else is happening. Not in this world, but in another world. And perhaps all live as well. Let's take a little walk to the business end of the garden. Banana trees are looking splendid. But I haven't done much in way of vegetables this year. Oh no. There's the Japanese cucumbers. Don't get enough sun down here though. Compost. Who wants to look at the compost? Nobody. The old greenhouse, well, it's showing its age a bit now. Only 10 years old. But still doing its job. Not so much planted this year. This is a damson tree. And it's self-seeded. I don't know where it came from. One day I came down and there was a tree here. And it's absolutely plumb full of fruit. Now look. I think they're damsons. And I don't know where it came from. And these will be ripe in the end of July. And one can make beautiful damson jam from them. So all in all, a garden like this is a blessing. And they say the garden is a reflection of the soul of the gardener. No, I wouldn't look too deeply into that if I was you, but it's a lot of work. It's almost a full-time job. But the rewards of looking at your garden and everything's just how you want it, that's worth it, I think. That's worth the sweat and tears and blood and guts that you put into it. Well worth it, I'd say. To the forefront, the bananas, and in the background, beautiful oak trees, stretching perhaps 18 feet in the air. And I like to do my little bit for reforestation. And it's quite a strange thought to think that these trees are still babies, and they'll still be babies when I'm 50 years dead, when I am under the ground, feeding these roots. Yes, it's a beautiful feeling. Almost spiritual. I'm afraid the greenhouse is quite messy. There's lots of tomatoes in there, and I didn't plant them. They came up alone, and I'm just going to let them grow wild and see what happens. And perhaps later on I'll find some other plants to plant in here. But we've got the tomatoes and the basil, and that's probably enough. I've been so busy doing other jobs that I haven't really had time to care for the greenhouse as much as I would like to. Another addition that I'm quite pleased about is this metal dish for making fires, and it works splendidly, and we can also grill on it as well. Never been such a big grill fan in my life, but I think perhaps this evening I'll make some grilled food on there. It's a beautiful little thing with an amazing timbre. I'm a very lucky chap, really, to have this garden. Although it was just a piece of wasteland not too many years ago. But I think it's my duty to make it a beautiful place for me to enjoy, and for all the satellites going over, photographing. And I have to be a credit to myself, to my country, and to nature. Everything has got to be beautiful, because real art is beauty and truth combined in perfect harmony.